Now that we've got it all shared out, welcome to tonight's stream, where we're gonna take a look at Ghost Recon Breakpoint, the follow-up to Wildlands. We're gonna take a little in-depth look. We're gonna look through each of the menus, all the different systems that are in play here. We'll address the microtransaction concern that some people have with the game, and we will see what else is going on here. We'll kind of look at all that first. We'll hop in. I'll take on some missions. We'll do one stealth. We'll go in loud. We'll mix it up. And depending where we're at time-wise, I'll try to hop into a PvP match at the end. I just know last time I went into it, it took a little while to get into the match, and then once we finally loaded in, people would load out, they'd load back in, and it would just take a little bit of time to get started up. So we'll see what's going on here. Alright. So right here, this is where you can select your character. You can have up to 3 different characters started. Not really that there's a reason to do that, but you can. Maybe if you want to have some different looks or whatnot, change your gender, who knows. So I'm at XP rank 15. So that's the XP rank is your actual level. So I'm level 15 in the game. And then the 76, which we're seeing up over here, is my gear score. That is the average of all of your gear together. That is where you're at. And that helps you determine some missions and areas and zones you can go into. They'll have a skull and it'll say 100 above them. So you can really kind of see what's going on there with that. So let's get loaded into here. Hopefully we should load into the hub. I am not sure where I left off, but I'm really hoping it's there. If not, we'll just fast travel real quick. But how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody have a good Tuesday, good start of the week? We got that going. Get rid of that from there. Sorry if there was some double sound coming through there. I forgot I was just sharing out there, and then saw everybody starting to pop in. Hey look, here we go. First glitch. We load in and my guns aren't there. But as soon as we oh no, still not there. Alright, let's pull out the pistol. Nope. Well, that's fun. Let's aim. There we go. Hey guys, my guns are there. It took them a minute. They wanted to show up to the party. But there you go. That's one of the few little things. Alright. Right now I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so I'm going to take us back to the little main social hub type area. Well, as soon as I can find it. There. Okay. Here we go. Here it is. So, Erewhon is your social hub, your little main area. You'll have characters that you can talk to here. You'll be able to join other people, join into PvP, your shop, and that kind of stuff is all here in this place. But we'll go through and we'll check all that out. Alright, so here we are loading into the main base, and like I said, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna dive into the systems a little bit. We're gonna take a look at the menus and see what it has to offer here. So when you first press options, it defaults you to your loadout screen. Oh, excuse me for a second. It defaults you to your loadout screen. This is where you're going to be setting your gear, setting your guns, what consumables you have. You'll be going into the gunsmith to customize your guns. You'll be swapping out when you're out in the field here and pick up new equipment. So one thing that's kind of changed up is that items now have a gear score, which is listed right here. So this one's 77, 79, 78, 71, and so forth. I have heard that the max gear score for this game is 300. That you can hit 250 without too many problems, but I heard it's a bit of a grind to get yourself up to that 300. So once we get further up there, we'll see how that goes. As far as why they went with a gear score system for this one, I'm not totally sure. So you're kind of constantly swapping out stuff. It's just not what you like and how it looks. It's like, alright, what perks does it have on it? What's the score for it? Right now I haven't really been minding too much about how I'm stacking like the effects it gives. Like this one gives me explosive damage resistance and injury resistance. I haven't really been worrying about that right now. I'm just trying to get up there to that max, and then I'll start worrying about it once I start going into like the raids and stuff like that. So that's that. That's a little bit about gear score. So then you can just put hat, hands, chest, legs, and boots. You can change them out here. So what you do is you just click in like this, and then you'd click right here, and that would swap it over for you. And if you didn't want to, you come back and you could swap it back. Now, if you don't need the item, or if it's a lower one, what I've been doing is, because I found out like out in the areas you make money pretty fast, and I put in a couple points in to make the scout credits, which is your currency for this game. So what I've been doing is dismantling everything. The reason I've been dismantling everything I get is because all the guns you come across, all of your guns right there, they all can be upgraded a little bit further than the stats that they're showing there, which is part of the gunsmith, which we'll show that next. So all I do is just boop, dismantle that. It'll tell you what you got. I'm all set. We'll come over here. We'll do that. I don't have any hats. I like that glove too. The one that was 70, it'll tell you if it's an increase in gear score or a decrease, and then you can just compare the stats and stuff it has on it as far as if it gives some sort of ability or not. So now we're going to come over here and we're going to go up here. So up here it shows I'm playing the assault class. I have a gear level of 76, and then right next to this right here are perks. I have 2 slots unlocked, so I have 2 perks in right here. But that's a little part of the skill tree, which we'll check out shortly as well. There's still a 3rd slot I can unlock, but there's a lot more other things that I'd like to get first that would be more beneficial to me than having another perk there. So here, same thing. You click X to go in and check out what other guns you have. And the same thing is, you can equip or you can dismantle. Also, because some people were kind of confused about this too. They're like, okay, so we got these guns and there's no like direct way to compare. How do I compare or know what's better or worse? Well, if you look at this one, it has little sliders. So the red is showing that that value is decreasing from what you currently have equipped. And then the green shows an increase. For some reason, a lot of people seem to be really confused about how that worked, because there wasn't like a direct comparison, or it's not number based. So it's just a real quick little thing right there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pop out of there, and we're going to come into the gunsmith. That's the other thing you can do from this menu then, is you can then edit your gun. It'll allow you, so let's pop in here so we can see this. It's going to pull up the gun and show you the stats here. It'll show you the name, its gear score, what it gets. It gets plus 10 to range, plus 3% to reload speed, which has been really nice. Down here it'll show you your accuracy, handling, range, mobility, recoil, what kind of ammo it uses. It also has a single shot or automatic modes. And then over here, this right here is the cool new thing, is the upgrades that you can do for it. So the ones that are checked off are upgrades I have already. Now, I have yet to get this one, which I'm going to get right now. It requires advanced weapon parts to use. So all you do is click X, and it'll unlock. So now I have all those bonuses to this gun. The next thing I can do then is upgrade the gun to the MK2 version, which will unlock another set of these little bonuses towards the gun that I can unlock. But once I get that in the skill tree to where I can upgrade my weapon even more. So that's right there. They're in blue if you don't have them yet. If you can get them, you just click X. It uses your resources from breaking down weapons, breaking down equipment. So that's why I break down everything. Because sometimes I change out weapons. Every couple fights I'll find something. Or it'll come to a slowdown where I won't. So then I'll just stockpile a bunch. So once I get another weapon I like using, I can dump all that in right there. And then you're good. Then over here, you can then swap out your magazine, muzzle, the rail, and the scope. So I have extended mag on, I have the suppressor on, because I've been playing with a group that likes to try to go in quiet if they can until we get detective, and then it's loud. So that's been a little bit different of a play style for me, because I just go in and try to mow them all down. You have rail covers. I don't think I have. Okay, I do. So like here's a laser point for it, and then you can get some other stuff too, but I don't use a lot of that stuff, so I don't put it on. I haven't bought those ones yet. I've been trying in the store to stock up on like extended mags, the suppressors, and different types of scopes, so that I have that. And then the other thing you can do from the menu is you can go in and you can customize the paints on your gun. You can do the whole thing. And what I do is I just randomize until something cool comes up and I like it. And that's it. But you can go through and do each individual part as well. But, so that's that. That's the gunsmith. It's pretty basic. Pretty straightforward. The next thing we're going to look at is we're going to come up here. And the first menu right here is for you to be able to jump into Ghost War, which is the PvP mode. Now, like we said, this game does have microtransactions, and they're not just cosmetic. There is ones to, I think they're called time savers, I believe. They're just like stuff to upgrade your weapons, stuff to upgrade your consumables, and all that. But the good thing about Ghost War is Ghost War puts everybody on an even ground. Those kind of bonuses and weapon bonuses do not apply to PvP. And these modes are 4 versus 4. So you have Standard, which will switch you into a regular map. You have missions, and then you can set up a custom lobby with rules and formats. But that any rewards or progression you get in the PvP mode, that'll take it away. So that's pretty straightforward right there. That's just, if you're out in the open and you want to queue up, boom, you go right there, you're set. The next one over, this is your lobby. This is up to 4 players. You can set friends only, anybody to join in. You can join into open matchmaking and just squad up with a bunch of random people if you want to. It shows your friends right down here, and then you can filter. So I can filter by like exactly who's on, any recent people I played with, who's here at this hideout. We can check in with them and see who's here. It gives you recommended or anybody you favored, so maybe you found somebody that you really like playing with, but you guys don't want to throw it onto the friends list. You know, you just have that quiet. And we'll go back there and look, there we go. Since Jason called himself out, we'll just show him off right here with his nice XP level of 30 and 177 gear score. He has been rocking it. I will catch up. So that's it. You know, lobby. It's pretty much straightforward. It'll show everybody here. They'll kind of be standing below their pictures a little bit. And yeah, so next we're gonna hop over, and that's what we were looking at earlier. This is the map. It'll show you objectives, missions, side objectives, what you can do. You can press L2 to zoom out, and you can kind of get a view of the island right here. So we've got Egg Island here, and then it shows you the little like sub areas that they're kind of like broken up to. But then when you come into an area, I don't want to do that. When you come into an area, you'll get a little bit more detail then of what you're seeing and what you're looking for. You'll see where vehicles are, fast travel points, this little symbol right here. This is the main home social hub area of the game. So this one's always here, but then you can find ones out in the wild that you can fast travel to. That'll just be like little camps you set up, and you can use that to spawn in vehicles and craft and do stuff like that, which we'll also check out and do too, as well as once we're done going through these menus and really checking out what's all here. Little blue arrows, you know, that shows other players. That's everybody that's here in the social hub. Question marks are just areas you haven't really looked at. You haven't seen what's there. There could be anything there. There could be a side mission there. There could be an item there, a collectible there, some sort of intel there. Or it could be another little camp. You don't know until you go here and find out. So that's the map. You know, pretty basic. I'm going to go back in here. So that was the map there where we were just looking at. Now we're going to come over here, which is the objective board. I can't really remember if it was exactly the same in Wildlands or if there was something quite like the objective board. I'll have to load in and look back to this. But this is where you're working on the game. This is where you're putting together your information. This is where you're selecting your next quest. So up here we have objectives. Objectives are your collectibles, investigations, attachments, weapons, and any sort of tutorial mission. That's right up here. Because one of the cool things now is you can find intel spots. It'll be like a computer or a document or somebody that you interrogate. Once you do that, you'll be given a choice. Sometimes it's one thing, sometimes it's two things. I've seen 3, but you'll get, do you want an intel on a new camp out in the wild? It'll be, do you want an intel on where a weapon is? Do you want intel on where attachment was? Okay, yeah, that's right, Jason. So it wasn't as like, I'm pretty sure, if you can correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I'm pretty sure it just wasn't as in depth in this. Like you were saying, it was just the targets, and then that was that. It wasn't all the little side stuff like this one's broken into. But like here, so we'll go into here, and you can go through, you can look, and you can find, okay, I want a muzzle. Let's look at the ones that I have information for. And then, if you want to get it, you'll pin it. Now, with pinning, you can pin up to 3 things at one time. So, you could have one main objective, a side objective, and a gun or a blueprint piece that you're going for. Or you could have all blueprint points if you're going for all side missions if you're going for that. Or if you're farming faction missions, you could have all those set on the pins. And the pin, it will just show up right here in the left corner. And then while we're in here too, you can also unpin, so you can clear that out. If you accidentally select one, or if you come into an area and a mission pops up, it'll ask if you want to pin it, and it'll put it there. And then the pinning is like, that's what's active for you. That's what you're going to see out in the open. That's when you're going to see the waypoint for that, where it is, where you have to go. Which is really nice. Once I got used to how it works, it was kind of like, at first there's just like so much in your face, it's a little overwhelming. And the other thing I did too is once we get down to like the actual settings of the game, there was some stuff I changed up to make it a little bit more user friendly. Like, I made those boxes smaller, I made my mini map bigger, I made the player tiles smaller, because that was stuff that I wasn't really worried about. But then the stuff that I was using more, I could make that bigger, and it was really nice. So yeah, so that's the objectives. It's all kind of the same. You'll pin that, and then once you come down, you also have your special operations. Sorry, we'll go here next. We'll just work our way down, which is for Ghost War missions. And then we'll go over here. These are your faction missions. You can go in, select those, see your rewards and stuff like that. And then down here are your main story missions. So this is kind of before you'll have all these targets and what you're doing, and you're working towards them. So where I had started on, I bet I haven't checked that out yet, but I definitely want to. I bet that's gonna be insane. So what I started with was Jay Skell. So I did his initial set of missions. And then, once that set of missions was done, I had new objectives under him, which came down here below. And now I have these 3 people that I need to work on stuff for. So if we come in and we'll select Paula, because we'll work on her mission. I did it last night, so I kind of remember a bit of what's going on. And I should be able to pretty easily handle this one when it's just me going out. So once you click into it, it tells you a little bit about her. Blood type, birth date, she's head of engineering. It gives you a little bit about her. We've got some collectibles down here, and then over on the side it's going to have your main mission. So what happens here is when it's yellow, that's what's going to be the active part of your mission. Eric, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining. So once it's active, it'll kind of give you a list of things that you have to go do and what you're working on. Once you collect, sometimes you have to collect intel or go to a specific spot where it's just not go in, kill somebody, go in, save somebody, go in, extract somebody. So this is one of the things I really like is you'll go in, you'll collect all this intel, and then you'll click, it'll have a spot down here. Like, I don't have the intel yet, so it does come up here. So the reason we know where to go was I went and I found this piece of intel, which is this right here, which is a photo of a location that she was going to go to. So now I kind of know, okay, it tells you right down here, it's in the middle of the big city. So you look at that and you put the clues together to figure out where you're going and whatnot. It's just a little bit of flavor that adds to the game versus just going to this objective, go to this objective, go to this objective, go to this objective. It kind of takes away, at least in my opinion, a little bit of the repetitiveness that some of these games can get. So then when you want to, you can consult, you can look at the picture, bigger up, or compile the information if it's fully consulted. But what we're going to do then is we're going to pin this. So we're going to set this as our mission. And that's pretty much it for the objective board. Everything's pretty straightforward. It's the same with everything. You just pin it. You've got side missions over here that you can pin. Leader of the Wolves here, but his stuff's a little bit higher, so I haven't started there. And then you'll slowly you'll slowly just unlock more and more, and that's kind of how it progresses. Pretty straightforward. It's really interesting. I just like I said, I really like the way this board's set up and the way you can pile the information and all. So next up, we're going to... Alright, so the backpack then is loadout, which we looked at first. Now next, we are going to look at the skill tree. So I had started with Assault, which is really just for you to pick your technique. You got a little like special move, which for me is I have True Grit. Once I activate it, I recoil reduction and damage resistance along with each kill I get heals and extends the duration of it. So I was like, okay, cool, that fits my style. That's what I want to use. That's what I want to do. They also have a medic, which gives you, your class technique gives you a drone. So it can heal and revive as well. You have Panther, which is Cloaker's Run, which allows you to disappear right away. And then we have our Sharpshooter, which has Armor Buster, high penetration bullets with bonus damage and high muzzle velocity. So then once you pick that, that'll be the first thing you do. You come into your basic sets, which is experience upgrade, parachute, night vision, and Pack Mule is a perk. The way you know something is a perk is when you're looking at it like this. Right there in that bottom left corner, it has a little backpack sign. That means it's a perk. That means for that to become useful to you, you have to equip it into one of those spots. And like earlier, I had said that I have 2 perk slots, and that is one of the ones that I am currently using. Parachute, that was a no-brainer right away because you're flying around a lot, jumping. It's also saved me a couple times where we landed on a building with no way down. So what I do is I roll off, hit the parachute, and by the time I'm at the ground, it's just enough to break my fall. The XP boost, just because you're leveling up, you're getting that all up there. So I was like, alright, cool, extra XP, I like it. And then it starts breaking it up. Once you get that, you need at least one thing that'll branch, and then it'll ring it over. So once I get like one of these, once you get something in this circle, you'll be able to go to the other 2, or the other however many it branches to. So like in this case, I got these 2 in stealth. I didn't get anything in gadgets here, so I can't go over and get anything here. But what I did was I came up to assault, and I got, you know, +1 to my syringe, which is my heal. And that's also a passive. Passives, that's the one thing I'm working on getting now is the passives. The passives are always active. Once you have that skill, that effect happens immediately. So I have a +1 syringe capacity. And I got the passive for maximum ammo, which gives me 25% more ammunition, which is really nice. So then the other 2 that were here were like adrenaline and gorilla perk, which I'm not using a shotgun right now, even though it's part of my class. I did for a little bit, but I'm really enjoying having a sniper rifle in this game, which I usually don't. So I've been staying away from those perks for now. And then you pop over here, because I did get something from here. I came over, sorry, I had a little here, and I got the upgrade for the syringe consumable. And then we also have survival, we have tactics, more tactics, economy, earning more credits right there. We've got some more recon stuff with the drone, and then you've got some sniper stuff here as well. So that's your skill tree. Super basic, super straightforward. Next up, customize. We have tattoos, facial paint, facial detail, hair, facial hair. Your gear, if you have any skins, you can apply them. Accessories, like what your backpack looks like, your shirt. If you have like your knife and stuff like that, you have a face mask, has headset patches, you can set that there. And figures, I'm not really sure what figures are. They might be like full complete sets. And then next up, over here is just, your identity, which is general statistics on your character. So it shows story completion, solo time played, co-op time played. Obviously it hasn't updated because it's showing a lower gear level for me, so I'm not sure how often that does. You can click over here, it shows your modifiers for everything. So it's a nice little bit of information right here. And then next up here we have our microtransactions. So the first one is just like a little featured things. And this is where it gets a little bit controversial. This is where some people have their problems. I don't see it as a big problem because it doesn't change or break the game for me. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. I am sorry about that. So let's jump back in here. So we were looking at these microtransactions. So this is the feature. This will show you all the ones. So these are blueprints, scope bundles, gear bundles, and color bundles. This is just kind of the featured stuff. Now we pop in here. Here are your weapons blueprints. So if you want to go in and you want to spend money because you don't want to play the game, you can come here and do this. But all these are, I believe, obtainable in-game. These are just fast ways to get them, so you don't actually go out and do the missions and looking for the intel, which takes away a big part of the game. So if you don't, but the other side I see of this is you don't have a lot of time to play, you wouldn't enjoy it. This is a quick way for you to enjoy it. To each their own. Does it ruin a game for me? No. Does it ruin it for somebody that wants these? No. It's just the way that each person enjoys it. That's how I see this. So like I said, you just go through, there's kind of one for each thing. So there's weapons, there's scopes, you can go through and buy attachments. There's car, vehicles, aircrafts that you can buy. There's some customization, which I think, to me, the one time that microtransactions are cool and I do not care about them at all are when they're emotes, when they're, like the melee weapon. It's just what you want it to look like. It's just a skin or something like that. That's completely fine. I don't care, Sometimes I'll even pick up a couple packs. Like, I got the one tattoo pack because it was skulls and stuff. Alright, cool. Okay, maybe eventually I'll get a color pack if they have a good enough color pack out. Like, I like stuff like that. That's cool. That's completely fine. They gave you some in the game. Now they're giving you a little bit extra choices. And then we have some camos here that you can buy. This was the really weird part, though. This is the part that gets me. So skill credits are what you earn in-game. That's your currency you're picking up from killing enemies, from going everywhere. And back on a skill tree, I've got skills that boost it. So this was the weird part for me. Was they're going to charge you $5 for 4,000 skill credits. You can go do like 2-3 kills or open 2 or 3 boxes, and you can make 5,000 out of that. Like in no time. So this is for people that are truly that lazy. That, like, this is something you get from just playing the game. And you make a lot of it. Like, that's why I don't even sell any of my weapons. That's like I said, I break down all my weapons and I use them to buy. But hey, maybe they want one of those vehicles and they've got $40, $50 to dump into it and they do this. So it's another one to each of their own. But this one was just kind of weird because this is the currency you're earning in game from playing the game. And they're charging you a lot for it. Like, it ain't even worth that much, in my opinion. Now, here's the time savers. These are the upgrades to boom. Alright, that's everything unlocked for your shotgun. There's crafting material. There's large crafting material. There's one for each weapon types. That just fully customize your weapon. Boom. You slap one of these on, everything's unlocked. Which again, it just takes a part away from something that happens during a game. You get a lot of drops in this game. Like, there is no shortage of being able to obtain any of this in the game. Like, look, I've got 19,000 skill credits right there. That's all from just playing the game and being out there. I don't sell my weapons, I break them down, so I have enough materials, so I never use this. It's just some weird choices where they directed some of their time. Like, I would have put it into more of the customization and the outfits and the colors, because they're a little lackluster. I'd like to see a little more from that in future patches and updates. Obviously, the season pass is here. I have the Ultimate Edition, so I have that included here. And if there's any codes and stuff you can earn, like promo codes and stuff like that, boom. You find that right here. Now, the last thing we're going to look at before we actually dive into some gameplay, because I know you guys want to see some gameplay, so this might be a little bit longer of a one, is I wanted to show you guys the settings, because this was really cool. I like this. There's a lot. They give you options. There's a lot of switching around and customization you can do. So the first thing right here, guided mode, is it kind of shows you, like I was saying, it kind of like gives you, okay, you do this, now you're going to go to this part, now you're going to go this part. Like, not that straightforward, because you still have your options of where you want to go. That's guided mode. Since I haven't played it before, I'm going through on guided mode. Do I want to go through the game again? Yeah, I'm going to go through it again on exploration mode with the realistic, I think the difficulty's called. I'm going to check that out like that, because I think that'd be a really cool thing to do a little side series on and check that out. But what I wanted to pop into was the settings. So, I'm playing on regular difficulty. You can change that here. Default aiming mode, iron sights, toggle aiming, current weapon only, sliding cover, parachuting, camera orientation. See, this was pretty basic stuff right here. Photo mode, you can toggle that on and off. I don't use photo mode much or at all in any game that has it, so I toggled that off because I don't want to be like frantically doing something and then boom, all of a sudden I die because I went into photo mode. Like, thanks game. we're gonna pop over here to the interface, and this is the one where I've got like the little hint for you, the little here you guys go. This is gonna make it so much better. So I'm gonna whoop. So preset size is changed to HUD size depending on screen type. This is gonna show hide or customize all HUD elements here. Just left that at default. Stamina, all that kind of stuff. Default, 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 default. That's cool. Now, where we have the mission reminders, that's that little box. That's that pin menu. What I did was, I switched it to small. Because otherwise, when you have that thing on like normal size, it's like, it's super tiny. But then if you're super far away and maybe you have a massive TV, then you could set that to like normal or to large if you're on like a 70-inch TV or something like that. Just so you know, for comparison wise, if this part kind of interests you, is I play on a 43-inch 4K HDR TV. I have a nice little Sharp. So for me, putting stuff small because it's right here in front of me. What I did was I set the mission reminders to small. I left everything that was like loot-wise and actually in the game there. I left that kind of just the same. Now, like the markers for allies, I switched that to small. Markers for teammates, small because I can see them. Objective small, communication small, you know, just kind of some of the stuff that was really big that could get in the way. I made small. Now the one thing I did do though was I made the minimap bigger. Because I use the minimap a lot. I'm constantly looking down in that right corner for stuff, seeing what's popping up. So I made that large. I made everything else small. And I made this minimap large, which is just really nice, and you'll see that when we're out and about too, because you can also toggle away not seeing everything there. So then you can go through here, like they said, that you give it a ton of options for stuff. Just a ton. There's also text chat when you're in that main little area there, so I've got that turned off because I don't use it. I play with a group or I play with people I know. Don't really play with randoms that much. Maybe I'll turn that back on, seeing how the raid system is. Controller, you can completely customize your controller. You can go through here, and then they also have advanced settings. So if you're a hardcore tuner, you can go in here, and they've just got everything for you. I hate vibrations in a lot of games, so I turn that off. Yeah, aim assist on, whatever. Don't judge me. Airplane. So that's all there. And like I said, look at all those settings. You can change like acceleration, sensitivity between your different view modes. Like if you're really hardcore into customizing your experience to completely tailor it to the exact feel you want, this game allows for it. And I think that's pretty awesome. That's why I wanted to kind of show off the stuff, even though it may be kind of more boring right now. Alright. And then we got HDR, image calibration, HDR calibration, graphic mode, there's resolution. And then there's also graphic fidelity. I use the resolution mode for right now. You got your sound options. I always turn music off because of streaming, because sometimes, always, if I have some music up, it somehow gets me yelled at somewhere, whether on Facebook or YouTube. I turn off voice chat because I don't use any of that. Next up, this is just general accessibility options. They got stuff there: speech to text, text to speech, colorblind mode, subtitles, and input. You can auto run, auto throttle, and helicopter auto throttle. So that's our menus. That's our overview. That's the core of the game. And there's quite a bit to go through there, guys. Like, we're at 50 minutes now. Probably 40 minutes of that was me talking about and going through these systems. So now we're gonna go do a mission. We're not just gonna be boring and looking at what makes up the game. But first, we'll quick take a look in here. This is our social hub area. We got like a little little planning station here where you can load into co-op and find some parties. And then we're gonna come over here. And we've got the shop. So everybody that you can talk to, you can talk to her if I want to, or I can just go in and shop. So let's go. Since I got some funds, so let's talk to her.
After what you did in Freeport, only the best for you.
Only the best for me. So we got some guns right here that we can buy. We got some armor pieces as well. But like I said, that stuff I don't really buy from here, because I find enough of it out there killing enemies and playing. And content refreshes in an hour, so I'm pretty sure that the refresh just happened, because I think it's every hour that it resets what she has here at the vendor. Weapons on demand. Here's some more stuff right here. Vehicles, I will buy stuff in here. Just every now and then, not super often. I think the first thing I bought was a helicopter, because I use that a lot. I want to save up though and get one of the better ones. But then you've got these boys up here. They're like 55,000 credits and that stuff. And that's kind of where I guess when the people can buy those skill credits using money, if they really want to, they can use that here. But like I said, the ratio of what you're paying in your cash in the US dollar or whatever your currency is from where you're at to what the game is offering isn't even worth it. It's not worth it one bit. I can come in, I can get some more consumables from her as well if I want to stock up on grenades and stuff like that. But this is where I try to buy everything I can. Like LMGs I use. We're gonna buy that underbarrel grenade launcher. We're gonna buy some more sights. Alright, so we just wasted some money there. In here we can buy masks, customizable items here. We can get t-shirts, headphones, jackets, patches, stuff like that. We can get more colors down here as well, which I'll probably come in here and pick up some of them, because a lot of them too are really close to that color pack too. And then look, here's some of the knives if you want to buy, which I'm going to buy. I'm going to grab that one. I like it. Here's banners for your card. You can come in and buy those. There are some cool ones. I'll probably collect some of them eventually down the road. Emblems. We got a bunch of different stuff here. I'll probably eventually get a different one, because right now I'm just using the Division stuff. And then over here we got some emotes. I don't mess with emotes too much. I couldn't even tell you how to activate the emote. So yeah, so shop's pretty straightforward. This is a little camp here where you can set up your little tent. Well, here it's a preset area, but if you're out in the wild, you can set up your tent there. And that's what you could use to spawn in vehicles, craft items, and do that kind of stuff right from there. PvP, we'll go talk to this guy to start in the PvP if you don't want to do it from the menu. The exit's right there, which is where we're going to head to, and there's just like raids are over there. There's a faction issue back there, that's the little green dot, but I'm not really worried about that. So one of the things I'll show, because I think I can do it here, is... Nope, not here. Alright, we'll do it when we're out. I wasn't sure if it would show it. So when you're in here, it's not going to show you like the mini map or anything like that, but you can toggle down and see what you have pinned and whatnot. So there's a faction that where it says mission nearby, I could hold down, it would pin me and give me that mission because it's close, but I don't want it right now, so I'm not gonna do that. Also, if you press R1, you can toggle which side your player is to. I'm kind of in a narrow spot right now, so you won't really be able to see it. So as soon as we get out here, crossing passage right here kind of loads you out into the open world. Kind of like the Division when you walk through that little area and you kind of walk slow and it starts doing that background loading. That's kind of what that is, just you actually got to activate it. Alright, so now that we're out here, I'll show you. R1, you can toggle what size you're to. Having the left side, love it. Now I can toggle down, I can press down on the D-pad once, and that's going to bring up my HUD. My mini-map's over there, my interface is up there for my mission, my guns, my perk being ready, my class power being ready. I have a grenade selected, I have my health down there. I'm missing 2 bars, so we're gonna syringe up and get back to full health. And I'm gonna keep my gas grenade, see if we can use that some, because I really like that one. But yeah, so like I said, with that being set as small and the minimap bigger, I can look and see what the minimap's showing. You can see the vehicles, the question marks around, where I'm going to head to. I just like that bigger because I'm looking at that. I'm using that. And then the information at the top, it's still kind of a little intrusive. I wish I could hide that completely and just have the stuff down below, but it's alright. I can deal with it. Hopefully they'll fix it later on. Let's go hop in this helicopter and head out to where we're gonna go. We got some stuff around. So here's our guns out. Another thing I'll show off too, I'll do this right now with the sniper rifle, is when you're zoomed in like this, now what's gonna happen is to enter like the hold breath mode for that like real precision shot, what you do is you slowly, and see how I just breathed and aimed in, and then boom. That's going to be like your breath shot, which I really like. Like it takes a little bit to get used to use, but you can go target real quick. You can recustomize that and change it. It takes a little bit of tinkering because you got to switch a couple controls around, but you can get it to your joystick if you like that better from like how every other game out there does it. But I like to really just the pressure easing on the triggers, super nice. I'm gonna hop in here, we're gonna take off, and we're gonna do this mission. And this is where I'm gonna note too, like there's bugs, there's glitches, there's issues. The game definitely needs some polish. It needs some love, but that doesn't make it a bad game. It's a good game that could become a great game, but we'll see what they do. We'll see how they improve it. We'll see how quickly they address issues. But handling for stuff seemed a lot better. Like I can get in here, take off, we can get going. It just feels a little bit better than it has before. We've got a pretty long way to go. We have 14.4 kilometers. So let's get up here and let's get heading on in this direction. Now, does anybody out there watching have any questions or anything you want to see or me to try to attempt to do? I can't wait to start really exploring like all these areas. Like we've got all this mountain up there that I just want to go through, like grab a bike or a vehicle, go through, just scout an area, go through, scout the next area. Once I hit max level and complete the story, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking for those like Easter eggs and stuff like that. Because in Wildlands, one of the big things that we did was the Yeti hunting. We actually had a streamer from Europe named Seven. It's like SXVXN. He would feed us information by screenshots of stuff because over in Europe they would have the patches before we do. So he would exactly tell us, hey, this is going to show up, this is going to be new, this is going to be where to look. He would actually just take a shot of some mountains and maybe include part of the mini-map, and we'd have to try to figure it out. And that's what really got us into like the whole Yeti hunting thing, and it turned out once we completed all, we kept up on it. I had a couple of the first videos up for PlayStation in the US about like the Yeti Cave, any clues and information we found. We put those videos up on YouTube. And then when it came down to it and they actually released him in there, once you hit the final part of the clue, it was a guy in a ghillie suit. But I made a once-in-a-lifetime sniper shot. I downed him, you go up to him, you inspect his body, and then you unlock the Yeti-colored ghillie suit for in the game. It was pretty cool. Kind of sucked it wasn't a real Yeti, the way they set it all up. But nonetheless, I can't wait to see what they have in this one. What kind of crazy goose chase they'll have us go on. Yeah, we're just kind of flying around. Everything's going good. You can see the little question marks or stuff you need to explore and check out as we go on. Probably should have picked a little bit closer of a mission because I did not realize it was that far, so I am sorry. Hopefully there is, should be, hopefully some action going in here. If not, we'll just turn around, we'll find a group of enemies, and we'll take them on. So far, as far as glitches too, we've seen where my weapons didn't load right away. That happens often. Not too big of a deal. Sometimes you won't be in the copter. You'll be sitting outside. You'll be above it. You know, just kind of weird stuff like that. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this down right over here. Oh shit, and that's like a pool. I thought that was like a basketball court. That's cool. What? Ha! Oh, that's good. There we go. Hey, we just got a trophy too. So sometimes it freezes up kind of weird. That was a little drone. Okay, cool. So we are... I can't get up there, though. Spotlight. Man. Oh, well. That sucks. So that little that green ping right there on the map, that is actually an item. It would be a green rarity item that I have there, which I can't grab because it's up top. Alright, so now we got that little red smudge on the map, and that's going to be some enemies. So we're going to throw out our drone, and we're going to go scout and see what we got over here. We got a heavy. If you aim towards the question marks, it'll uncover. Which is kind of cool. I think it was in a State of Decay 2, you'd get binoculars and you could look around. So we're just going to hit a couple of these. I won't do too many because I'm pretty sure I'll be back in this area like another 500 times helping people out. We got some boxes down there. That's that little icon right there that I'm looking at. That'll be like a little case. Over here, some information that we can get. There's going to be like a grenade and some ammo pickups that are just sitting around. We got some more of that back over here too. So yeah, we're actually just gonna YOLO, and we're just gonna work our way up in there. Oh shit. Come on, buddy. You know what? You die already, dude? Oh, that didn't work out. That's cool. Whatever. Oh, cool. We're gonna grab this guy. Oh shit, they're shooting at me from there.
What should I know about this?
That's everything. I've told you everything.
You guys should stop already. I'm trying to freaking interrogate this guy.
Got anything else to say?
Oh shit. That was a sniper. We're gonna back up a little bit. You know what? We're gonna chill right here.
What are you keeping from me?
That's all the intel I have. Just come on, man.
Gotcha. Alright, so now that I've finished, I can hit the main... Nope, that's not what I want to do. Crap. So now I can go to the objective board. I can come over to Paula. And now... I can... check on the new information I have. And that's now going to update, and it wants me to go to this detention center because I got some information and it told me, okay, she's not here, this is where she's going to be. So now we're just going to keep following that trail. But, so you guys don't get bored, and this has been running kind of long, I'm just going to go through this area a little bit. We're going to come here, we're going to pick up some stuff. We're gonna get ourselves some sweet ass loot. There we go. Kind of shows you what you get. If you get a bunch of stuff, it kind of goes by a little bit faster. Let's come over and check this intel spot though to see if it pops up more than one to where I can kind of show you what I was talking about. Okay, cool. So here it is. So I can pick one of these now. The Biovax spots are those little camps I was telling you about. They'll be your fast travel spots out in the wild. And then I've got an attachment. And I've got a weapon. So the weapons I don't really care about. It's the attachments I want to find. I'm going to take the information on that. Okay. Now I'm in trouble. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down. And I'm going to put prone camo on. So this red plane that's coming across, that is the wolf's plane. If you get spotted by that, a red flare can drops down and lets up red smoke. And then all of a sudden, you'll have these high-level wolf enemies coming after you, and they're out to destroy you. So that's kind of what happens there. So, like, yeah, you're exploring and just doing the stuff, but you're just not, like, dozing around. You're like, oh god, there's a helicopter patrol. Oh no, they're doing, like, a drone search for you. But what I just dropped down did, and used the camo, no one can see me. So we got that information there. We have anything else in here? Nope, nope, but we got some grenades. I'm gonna throw this onto the syringe real quick and we'll just see if we can go find some more enemies. They might have just been in this area, so... Nope, nope, there should be some up here. And that's cool too, it kind of like shows you like, hey, he's a rifleman, this is what he uses, hey, this is a heavy, like, the game does a lot of cool things, which, like, outside of, like, some of the crap that it's being given, because like I said, it is glitchy from time to time, it is buggy, there has been complete freezes, there has been not, there's been some sessions that have gone completely fine, like, it needs a little bit of love. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but it is still a really fun game. Goodbye, dude. Thanks for dying. We got some more ammo. The little white dots that it's showing right there, the tiny ones like in that building, that means it's like a civilian. Because I've also got a skill on right now that when stuff is within 25 meters of me, it'll like it'll activate like I've tagged it, like I was doing with the drone. So the drone I can look from a little further away, but then when I'm up in there, if I'd missed something, that skill will pop that up. And I find that super useful since I'm the assault guy. I'm up there, you know. Granted, I do play with the sniper a little bit, but I'm also up there with the assault rifle or a shotgun if it's better. I'll switch out for that from time to time. Look, I just got 1,500 credits out of one box. I've seen 2 boxes so far. Some areas have 4 or 5 boxes. And they were selling 4,000 credits for $5. That's the part that's so weird to me. Alright, we got some people here. Ooh, we got a purple. Yeah, there's a little searchlight. We got him taken out. And now this one that's orange here, It's a side mission quest. So since I'm here,
Don't scream. Who's putting up these posters?
I swear I told you everything!
That photographer is gonna run into some serious trouble if Sentinel finds him before I do.
so that was a side mission. We got that. That guy can die now. Great. Hey, look, another box. Another 1,500 credits.
Enemy contact!
Police drone, super annoying.
Boys, smoke 'em!
Let's see if we can find this guy. Oh shit. There we go. We got that guy. Let's get this right here. Shit, yeah, another purple. That's what's up. Slowly getting some better stuff here. That guy's ready to fire, but he can't find me. So now I'm vanished. So I'm in vanish, which means they're on alert and they're still gonna look around, but they don't know exactly where I am. So I'm just gonna try to head out of here. He didn't really get a read on me, so we're gonna get out while we can. I am not by where my chopper was since I was running around. Ooh, I'm exhausted. Shit, I got a little bit of fatigue. So the other thing too is, boop, I've got a water canteen. At the bottom there, it's kind of hard to see now, but there's started to show some red on my stamina bar. Well, I gotta drink some water. And that'll take it right away. Alright, we're gonna hit it now. So this is where I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight, because like I said, we're going kind of long now. We're at like an hour 20 minutes. It's been really great. Sorry we had to go a little long-winded of really looking at stuff, but I think that's something that needed to be shown, because everybody's showing a lot of gameplay. They're showing this and that. But one of the things I haven't seen a lot is like, okay, here's the menus, here's what's going on behind the scenes, here's what you're not seeing. Okay, yeah, we're popping in, we're pinning menus, we're grabbing missions, we're doing this, we're doing that, but let's take that look at them. That's what I wanted to do this time, and I hope you guys like that. I'm going to post this up on YouTube, and I'm going to post it back into the group later. And hopefully, if anybody has any questions, I can look through that, and then they can post about that and talk about it there and let me know what they think. So again, thank you guys for watching that joined me here tonight live. And make sure to check in during the week, because I'll be live all the time on my Twitch at twitch.tv/AfterImageCreations. I'll be putting up videos on YouTube, youtube.com/AfterImageCreations. Next Tuesday I'll be back again here on Facebook Live for Voxel Voice, so keep a check out to see what everybody's doing, because we kind of all have different tasting games and we kind of misalign and then we align sometimes, so there's always something new and interesting for us to be checking out here. So again, thank you guys, and I will catch you later.